Sadly, most of the foods we eat actually destroys and lowers your testosterone levels. And this could be why our testosterone levels are like half what they used to be 50 years ago, right? It's the diet and the food and so forth. However, there are three foods that actually do increase your testosterone levels and increase your libido, both clinically and in the real world results. So forget all the junk you've heard online. I'm gonna break it down exactly what works. And it's super simple and they taste good. So my name is Dr.Sam Robbins, and I've been helping guys naturally boost their testosterone levels and energy levels and sex drive and libido and increasing muscle and losing fat and all that stuff for well over 25 years. And it started with my own testosterone levels. I had problems when I was only 19 years old. All right. I had low testosterone and high DHT, high estrogen. And I'm like, man, this is like the best I should be at 19. It was the worst. And the doctor's like, it's still normal. And well, long story short, I had to figure out different solutions because I knew it was only going to get worse. So with that said, I've done a lot of things to help improve my hormones. And, that was 19. Now I'm in my 50s. I still have great hormone levels, and I'll, show you a screenshot of them in a minute of my testosterone levels and so forth. But today I'm going to give you the exact foods I recommend. I personally use to, again, keep my testosterone levels high, my erections strong, and more importantly, just my confidence at the upper limit. The fact is, in fact, here's a screenshot of my testosterone levels. This was just a couple months ago or a few months ago. My testosterone was 1,057 nanograms per deciliter. And if you look to the right of it, a year before it was 992. Again, that was, 52 and 51. Of course, there's lots of other factors of why my testosterone levels have stayed high in the past 20, 30 years. There's times when it was lower, and I'll tell you exactly what I've done, not just with the foods that I'm going to mention today, but just other factors. But first of all, let's just, myth busters right now that a lot of the stuff you're going to hear online about, spinach and oats or almonds or bananas or eat this or do that. A lot of it doesn't work. All right. There's no solid clinical studies. And if there is a slight increase in testosterone levels, again, it's either in animal studies or it's just transient. All right. It won't make any difference in your life. So the first thing I'm going to tell you, the first food, number one food always to go to is whole eggs and pasture raised whole eggs. That's when the yolk is nice and yellow. The yolk is the most important part. So eat the whole thing, of course. My testosterone is made from cholesterol. Everything in your body is made from cholesterol. That's why taking cholesterol lowering drugs kills your testosterone levels. All right. Lowers it and kills a lot of people's sex drive. So the egg yolk is loaded with the right kind of cholesterol. Plus the eggs, the whole eggs, white and yellow together, give you complete protein and healthy fats that will increase also your good HDL cholesterol. By the way, if you're worried about having high cholesterol, it's not from your diet, all right? It's from lack of hormones. Food, the saturated fats you have from your food doesn't increase your cholesterol levels. Now, there was a 12-week study showing eggs in resistant trained men, people who worked out, average age was 24, so they're still young. They compared whole eggs, 3 eggs, versus just the egg whites post-workout. The results is there was an increase of 240 nanograms of testosterone levels versus plus 70 with just the egg white group. So that's 3.5 times higher. So 240 versus 70, 3.5 times higher. Another benefit, even though they had the whole egg, which has more calories, their body fat actually dropped by 2.7% versus 1.7. It's a little bit, it's almost like twice as much, 1%, but it adds up. Also, knee strength, extension strength, and leg extensions improve by 11% versus like about 8%, 11.2 versus 8.6. Again, minor, but still there's an improvement. But the biggest jump is the testosterone, and they lost fat. So that's a double benefit. Now, personally, I know this study showed 3 eggs. I just happen to eat about 3 eggs every night. I do so every day, and I do so every night. And I swear to you, the days that I sometimes forget, maybe I'm not in the mood or I run out of eggs, I don't have the harder erections in the morning. Definitely the eggs matter. Now, personally, why do I eat the whole eggs at night rather than the morning when people are eating breakfast? I just found out, just from all my inside testing, maybe just for me, that when I had them at night, because the cholesterol is required at night to produce your testosterone first thing in the morning, I figured, hey, give it the food right then and there to utilize at night while my body's making the testosterone, give the cholesterol, make it so it works in the morning better. But again, I just found that it works better. Plus, it's easy to digest and it's low carb. So that's why I take it at night. Now, the next food is red meat, grass-fed bison, I prefer, or if you want, you can do cow if you can't afford bison. I know bison's expensive. Again, in the old days, all bodybuilders, Arnold and all them, they had steak and eggs, all right? Steak and eggs. And they used way less testosterone than steroids back then. They got plenty of size. And even the natural guys in the old ages did steak and eggs. It's worked for years. Grass-fed red meat has so many benefits. Again, the saturated fats, the cholesterol, it also has zinc, and it's a perfect mix of testosterone production. Plus, it tastes good and it keeps you full. It's great for muscle building, great for your body. Um, Bison is my go-to. It costs more, but it's cleaner, it's leaner, it's loaded with a little bit more nutrients. And unfortunately, cows do have a little bit more hormones in them. But again, I prefer grass-fed if you can. It does make a difference with the type of fat that's in there. And finally, we have oysters. Now, you've heard about oysters being a natural aphrodisiac, and their primary reason is because it contains zinc. And zinc has multiple benefits. First of all, zinc helps increase testosterone levels because it decreases estrogen and DHT. Estrogen is that man boobs, emotion hormone, female hormone, and makes you fatter. And then DHT, dihydrotestosterone, is the hormone that causes hair loss and body hair growth and prostate problems. So by knocking down these two hormones, DHT and estrogen, the testosterone naturally goes higher. And a lot of people are low and deficient in zinc. Now, personally, I don't like the smell or taste or feel of oysters. If you do, great. And it's not something, most of us are going to be eating every day. So I suggest you just go and take the zinc supplement by itself. And you should always take zinc with copper in like a 10-to-1 or 15-to-1 ratio, like 15 or 10 milligrams of zinc to 1 milligram of copper. That's because when you take zinc, too much of it, like I used to when I was younger, I would take 100 milligrams of zinc from all the benefits. Now it creates a copper deficiency, which isn't good for your brain, and it causes white hair growth. Yeah, I do this for years, and my gray hair, of course, I color that, but it does cause it. It does excess. So now I make sure I take extra copper with it. Now, I take it all in one supplement, like zinc and copper, plus 12 other ingredients that have been clinically researched to improve my testosterone levels and optimize your hormones and improve erections. I put the direct link to what I use below in the description area. I also put a link to another video describing, explaining how all these different herbs and supplements and everything works to improve your testosterone levels. And it's one of the primary reasons, honestly, that I kept my testosterone levels high all these years, my body lean and healthy, and my PSA levels good, and my blood test good. Yes, it's diet and lifestyle, but I've always kept a good lifestyle. So once I improved all these things, it made a huge difference. And again, you got to try it for yourself. Take it what it's worth. Watch the video, take a look at the information. If it's beneficial for you, try it. And if not, don't. But either way, here's what's worked for me. I hope this was helpful. Let's take a look below in the description area. Hope this was helpful. Have a great day. And let me know if you have any questions in the comments.